Hello and welcome back to my channel if you've been before, or welcome if you haven't. My name's Nicola and I'm White Heron Designs. We are going to do a clean and simple card today. I'm going to use my usual A6 UK size card with a little panel on top. I'm going to use a set of dies which is new to me. They're Global Land postage stamp frame cutting dies. And my word, you get a lot in a packet. These ones, sorry about the noise, that cut dots into your background, so they don't actually cut the frame out. But you can do that yourself if you so desire. I've got a sample of that. Oh, here we are. So this one, it cut into the card, but then I just cut round the outside, so you can cut it out if you choose. But today I'm going to cut it into my panel like that. Haven't tried this before, so we're just going to see how it works. And I'm going to make sure I get equal distance as far as my eyeballs will tell me round the sides. So I'm going to cut into that. Come back to that in a minute. I'm also going to use the background that I created before on one of my videos. Let's do it sideways so you can see it. I did the flower as you can tell. You may have seen the video. But today we're going to use dragonflies. Do love dragonflies. And these are from craftaddictionuk.com and they're called the Elegant Dragonflies. And I'm going to use these three little ones today. There are bigger ones in there. I've cut them out of copier paper, and so I knew which was which. I know that I've labelled, so I cut them out, and then I've just with a Sharpie labelled, so I know which cutout is which die, so that I can get them the right way round. So I've been having a little look at where to put them. I'm actually going to end up, although this isn't what I'm going to use, but putting one on each section, and then I will need to then think about a sentiment, and well, we'll see how we go. So to find out where I want to cut them out from, I'm doing the trick of moving them around to see. So this one is going to be my top one, and well, that's rather nice actually. There's some of this mica marking in each of the wings, so actually I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm just going to stick that down with a little bit of low-tack tape, so I know where I want it. This one, there is quite a nice little sort of greeny bit there, so I'd rather like to incorporate that. Oh, some nice patterning there as well, so that one's going to go there. Again, put it in the right place and hold it. So we've got a bit of the sort of bluey bit, a little more slightly greener look to it. So let's take this up. Oh, that's, do you know, that's a nice bit of darker bit there. It'll be nice to have that in. Oh, I think that's rather nice. Right, so that one is going to go there. Easy as that. So I will put the dies into there in the right places and cut those out. I'm going to cut my, wherever I've put it, under here, this, and do that, and come back when I've done that. Right, I've cut those out. So there's my little panel. One to poke out. There we are. Now I've got the line from the, come back to that, from the die, when it pushes in and pushes these out, but you end up with this sort of very definite line, which I'm not keen on. So I'm just going to see if I can smooth it out a little bit, just with this ball tool. I'm just going round in little circles so that I don't make specific extra marks in it. And I'm hoping that would just blend that edge a little bit. Just wondered if it might be worth doing it from the back. Just try this first. Not perfect, but better than it was. Right, so I'll need to remember to push all of those little dots out when I've finished filming, won't I? Okay, so these are now cut out. I haven't used this die set before, so let's just see how they look. Ooh, those are lovely. Look at the colours in that. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, I am a happy bunny. Like those a lot. Right, die's out of the way, background out of the way. Ooh. So we're going to end up with those on there. Need to think about a sentiment as well. Okay, so let's just shape each of these little wings. So I'm just doing them on the back. And then push it down in the middle. And that, if we compare the two, makes a real difference to the liveliness of the dragonflies. So let's do this one. Now, whilst they are glorious already, I think we need a bit of gilding wax on there as well. So not all over, just touches here and there around the edges, that sort of thing. So let's do that. So if you feel that you've got a bit much on there, then just blend it with your finger or use the other side of the sponge. Bit on the tail, I think. Yes, that just adds to it, doesn't it? A little bit. This one's already got a fair bit of gold within the mica powder. So I'm just going to do the wing tips. This one, wipe my fingers in between. It's amazing how much difference just a little bit will make. How does that look? A little bit more, I think. And the great thing about these dies is they've got the veining in them as well, which really adds to the gloriousness. There we are, that's better. And this one. Now I've got those wispy hairs, so I'm just going to let that gilding wax dry off a bit, and then I will do my wispy hair trick with the toothbrush. I'm also just going to go and see if I can find a sentiment. Right, I'm back, and actually I'm in a little bit of a quandary. I've cut out the thank you die from here, so I cut out a sort of bluey turquoisey one, and I thought, I don't know, it looks a bit samey. So then I cut one out further up the page, put that on there. I'm not sure either. So now I think I'm going to give a go at some gold. Now I'm using the Tonic Studios mini sentiments die, which says thank you. So I've got that. It does have a background, so I'm going to cut the background out and just see if that helps with the decision making, and run that through my die cutting machine and then see. So I hope you can send me your telepathic thoughts in through the ether, and we'll see what we think. Okay, let's see. So this is the gold wording. We'll see what we think of that idea. Now that might well be the answer. So there's that. Alternatively, there's this. No, I don't like that. My view is this is way too chunky, because it's quite a delicate little card. So I think my answer is that. What I could do is very slightly, and only slightly because it's small, offset. Yes, that might be the way to do it. I think I'm going to do that. That or that. Oh, decisions. Used to be indecisive and now I'm not so sure. I think I'm going to offset. So rather than you going through the pain of me gluing... Oh, I'll tell you what. No, I won't. I'll stop the video there. I'm just going to do a couple of things. Firstly, so I don't need that. Move that out of the way. Firstly, for anybody who hasn't seen it, if you've got those wispy bits on the edge of your die cuts, use an old toothbrush and it just helps to shift them. So I'm just going to do that because I did spot some as I was putting my gilding wax on. Some seem to do the wispy thing more than others. I don't know why it is. Maybe it's because I run it through the machine more than once sometimes. There we are. And might be worth just doing a quick whiz over there as well. Could also be to do with the paper that's used, because the gold doesn't... Oh no, actually. No, ignore that. Talking rubbish. No change there, some might say. Right. I've had so many messages about saying, you need one of these. Now I think it's... I'm sure she's called Natalie from NB Cards. This is her idea, to use a basting brush, chop the ends off so that it's rather shorter and a bit more manageable. And then, so I've done it, finally. I bought this one in IKEA just in case anybody wants to know. Right, so we need to glue that one. So let's put a bit of glue on the silicone mat. And do this over here. Okay, and on there we go. So I'm just offsetting a smidge. So I'm going kind of diagonally up a little bit. So the gold should be just above and to the left of the turquoisey version. But not too far because it's very fine and you do need it to stick to each other. So it gives you a little bit of both colours. And that way it can sit on there like that. So I'm just going to do a clean up. Right, we're ready to get things put together now. I'm going to stick my dragonflies straight down onto their little section of card. And I'm going to just glue them down the middle and leave the wings free. That's that one. And 2. That dimension does make a lovely bit of difference to them as well. There we are. And then we can add a little bit more dimension with some pearls, I think. So I've coloured some with a gold Pentel paint marker pen. I think I might go body, leave the head. They're a bit ancient, these pearls, so I think they probably just need a bit more glue so they don't stick to me, and they do stick. There. Oh, really? Yes. Actually, I might just go middle of the body. That might be. Let's try it. It's the only really sticky pearl was the one that stuck to my finger there. Try that one. And then that one. Do you know what? These things never happen when you're not filming, and every time I film, I have some sort of make myself look completely incompetent. Never mind. Hey ho. Right, so a bit of glue on here, and I've cleared away my basting brush, so I'll need to do that again. Actually, this is another way you can do it. I've seen Pete Hughes do a squiggle of glue. Let's just try it, see if it works. You know, different things work for different people, don't they? So when he's doing kind of fiddly, let's try that. I'm just going to take it off the background so that I'm not confused at the getting it level. Let's try that. just checking whether it's level. Right, and then I think what I'd like to do this time is raise the panel up. Because we've got the holes in it, I think it would look rather nice if it's lifted. Let's have a go at this. There we are. Somebody asked me, which I thought was a very good question, whether I did foam tape just around the outside or whether I go up the middle. And actually, personally, I do go up the middle because I don't want my card to sag in the middle. Maybe you don't have that problem, but nobody wants a saggy middle, do they? I am going to do a little bit, whoopsie daisy, across the middle of each of those, like that. And then I'm going to speed up while I do this and take the backs off. Okay, I'm back, and now it's just a question of, ooh, well remembered, bit of glue on the back so I can adjust if I need to. Okay, so just go round and round. That's it. There we are, a little clean and simple. Let's lift those wings back up. I've squished them a bit, haven't I, with... There we are. One clean and simple card. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, like, things like that if you are feeling able to. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.